All right, you guys mind checking that mic? Just talk however you would normally talk.
Yo, going about my day, chopping it up, hanging out with the boys.
Word.
I'm Grover, play saxophone, yada, 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 yada.
That was actually going to be a question. So, I mean, honestly, like I know nothing about you guys other than you guys make really, really dope music and your videos are tight, for real. It's like I've been in what I would consider the music scene for a long time, but I've never, you guys just like came out of nowhere as far as like my radar, you know what I'm saying? Then like you guys have a healthy following and all that, like all the views are there. Like where'd you guys come from? I know you're from Orange County like me.
Yeah. Well, I got to ask you, how did you find out about us then?
You know, I think someone sent me a video. I'm in a band as well. And I think my drummer was like, yo, you got to check out this local band.
Oh, sick.
It was you guys.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So ever since then, I've just been like following closely.
Dope.
And I think at, I can't remember the venue, but I went to the restroom at a venue. I think it was like Marty's on Newport. And I seen, I seen your sticker in the bathroom. I was like, oh shit. It's one of those things like you don't hear about something your whole life and then you hear about it and then you can't stop hearing about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's that thing of like, because my friend and I, we were talking about like, oh, we've been seeing yellow a lot.
Yeah.
So then we started noticing like, oh, there's yellow like bugs out there. There's yellow flowers. There's yellow this and that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool that you started hearing about the name and you started seeing it in different places.
Yeah. But like it's obvious you guys have been at this for a while, right?
Yeah. So we've been a band for 5 years now. Okay. Coming on to 5 years almost, almost there.
Okay. Cool. And so like how do you guys know each other?
So I met Chris in college.
Okay.
We had a class together.
Nice. So never gonna stop bothering me.
Cool. No, so Chris and I, we met in college.
Yeah.
DeAndre and I, we met online. I used to make my own music as a solo artist.
Okay.
And he would hit me up on Facebook just being like, oh, like, I got beats and stuff. And
yeah.
Are we allowed to curse?
You fucking can definitely curse. Yeah.
Oh, frick yeah. No, so then DeAndre would, hit me up. I had no idea he even lived nearby.
Right.
We're a quintet, so we got 5 people.
Okay.
Dominic Cruz and Donovan Cruz, they're brothers. So that's how they knew each other.
Okay.
Dominic knew Chris from high school.
Okay.
And then the way that DeAndre got in the band was I had a show one time and he came out when none of my other friends did. So I remembered that.
Yeah.
Then when we started the band, it was us 4. And I was like, man, we need like a horn instrument or some type of lead instrument.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was the only person I knew.
Okay.
Because I'm not really from an area where a lot of people make music. So.
Right. Yes. You're from where I'm from.
Well. See, I grew up in Rancho Santa Margarita. Then I made my way up to Santa Ana.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot more people in Santa Ana that make music.
Yeah,
so
for sure. I feel that. There's several firsts happening here. This is the first time I've had more than one guest at one time, so that's cool. This is the first time I've had anyone from Orange County because that's where I'm from. So I bought into this studio because usually all guests and everyone I work with are from LA, so I didn't want to have them drive out to me, right? And so this is the first time you guys are making the drive along with me.
Hey, this is not a bad place. I feel like it's a nice halfway.
It is. It definitely is. Yeah. And that's something I'm finding too. Like, it's just because I'm from Orange County, I have like no sense of direction either. So when people are like, yeah, I live in LA, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I give them the directions and they're like, oh, that's kind of far. I live in Santa Monica. I'm like, it's all LA to me. Like, I have no idea. Anything north of like Fullerton is LA. You know what I'm saying?
If you live in Southern California, you cannot complain about distance.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, no, totally. So apparently we were talking about this earlier, but apparently you guys are as shitty at social distancing as I am. So we have that in common, right?
Evidently.
Yeah, apparently.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So how are we feeling about what's going on currently?
The coronavirus.
That shit's wild.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
As an entertainment contractor, I'm figuring out the new ways to find money and to find ways to pay rent, but it's a great challenge. And we as a band and me, we've gone through worse, and everyone's suffering, so there's no need to get down on it. So just really, really excited to see what comes out of this and what new opportunities will come from this.
That's a really positive way to look at it. I fuck with that.
Positive,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do you guys, do you all kind of share that sentiment? Like, generally positive about it?
Oh yeah, I mean, like we were just talking about in the car ride up here. I mean, I feel like it's an opportunity for us to kind of hone in on what we were already doing.
Right.
So it's kind of a blessing. It's like a double-edged sword because it's like obviously you want to be working.
Yeah.
You want to
Right.
be making money.
Yeah,
Then at the same time, well, now we got a lot of free time, so maybe we should try to utilize this free time.
Yeah.
Now
Forced
that
to be creative.
yeah,
Right,
to be
exactly.
creative and
Gotta
just
write.
yeah, because we've had some ideas that we want to get done. It's just like when you got 5 people
And everyone works.
and everyone works.
Yeah.
I mean, we only do once a week to rehearse,
Right.
and in that 2 hours, we try to get as much done, recording,
Yeah.
practicing, writing. So
Yeah.
this could be a good thing if we really put the
It's
effort.
gotta
in.
be.
Yeah.
At our age, something like this happens, you gotta turn it into a blessing.
Sure.
You have to.
Yeah. Yeah. How old are you guys?
I'm the oldest one at 26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind him. I'm 26, but a couple
Yeah,
months.
Right.
ago.
Okay. Okay.
Well, how old
24.
you think that we were?
I that's younger than I thought, but I mean that in a good way. You
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
you know what I mean. I'm 34, so like,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
I thought you were like 27.
Oh, thank you, man. I like this guy. You are a positive motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
Deep down inside, I'm so
Yeah,
sad.
but you know what?
right,
His nose is looking a little brown here. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know. You should see me off camera. I'm a total asshole. I'm a brat. and
Yeah,
everything.
You are what you eat, bro.
The brown nose, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So
Just playing.
it's and kind of take it back to the fact that you guys are pretty well established and you've been doing this for a long time, but we have very few like mutual friends and followers, right? So like I'm heavy like in the LA scene. Like, would you guys consider you guys are just kind of like your own thing, and that's tight. That's
Yeah.
kind of why it took me a while to get caught onto you because
Yeah.
I generally just stay in the LA scene.
Well, we wouldn't consider ourselves LA artists.
Okay.
Just because everyone seems to be an LA artist.
Sure.
But then also at the same time, we want to represent where we're from
Yeah.
accurately. And like you said, we never, in the same way that you're like, oh, well, LA just seems like LA to me.
Yeah.
There's different parts of LA. So I don't
Right.
want to rep something
Yeah.
that I have no idea what that, like, I don't know
Yeah, we
what
don't
that
know
is
how people
about.
live. And
We ain't
Yeah.
even from there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you know
get
what I
that.
mean?
I totally get that. Yeah.
So we're an Orange County band, but we rep Santa Ana because we're there all the time. But so that's just the way that we like to keep it.
Yeah.
But we would like to break out more in the LA scene for sure.
Yeah.
We have played quite a few shows out there, but you know,
Yeah.
of course, we'd like to expand our horizon and get as far out.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys, it's safe to assume you guys know Ends and all them, like all the other Orange County cats.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
And Sage One, all them.
Sage,
Yeah,
yeah, we
those are all
cross
friends.
paths
Yeah,
time to
for
time.
sure.
Sage
For sure.
comes to a collab when you can.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So before you guys met, I mean, like, so you play saxophone? You're saying? Okay. So are you guys like? Did you go to school for this? Did you take lessons or anything?
Yeah, I went to school. I went
Okay.
to school for this for a little bit.
Okay.
And I
Ryan
was-
didn't go to school for it though.
And you do what now? I'm sorry. I'm.
I play guitar and
Okay.
bass. Yeah.
Okay.
And I went to college for it and everything. Too.
Okay. Okay. And you over there, like, do you play instruments or?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I do.
Yeah.
I used to produce and make my own beats.
Okay.
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 Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, I still do some stuff from time to time. but
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I mean, I don't play any instruments.
Yeah. You're just the word guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
guy.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
I like that. That's actually really funny. I should put that on my.
That's
on
your
my
title.
Instagram.
That's on your business on your business card.
For a
Yeah,
poem.
yeah, yeah.
just
yeah.
a- I'm
word
just a
guy.
word guy.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it, dude. Again, I'm in a band and I don't play anything, so I'm just the word guy. You know
Oh,
what I'm
really?
saying? Yeah.
So,
So,
what do? You sing?
rap,
Oh,
a
snap.
little bit of singing, but rap.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you guys, you probably been compared before, but like when I hear you guys, it's kind of like the Roots. You know what I mean? That's kind of
Yeah.
what I hear. Yeah.
It's not a bad comparison.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Right. It's just
not bad. I'll take
yeah.
that.
I'm
Those guys
not
went to art
eclectic
school
enough
too.
to have another
you know,
comparison.
You know what's interesting is that I remember when I used to perform even by myself, people
Yeah.
were like, "Yo, you remind me of like Macklemore." And I was like, "Fuck you! Like, you don't even know real hip hop."
We've had some
Yeah.
wild
Yeah, but
Nothing
you know
wrong
what?
with
But-
Macklemore.
yeah,
I love
no, but
Macklemore.
you know
for
what?
sure.
This
He's not
is what I soon later realized was people when they see something different,
Yeah.
they're trying their best to compare it to something that they know.
Exactly.
So the people that compare us to Macklemore are basically saying, "Oh, you sound like this guy that I like."
yeah.
And I mean it as a compliment. So I used to bug out about it, but now it's kind of like I'm always kind of curious now, like, oh, you guys kind of remind me of, and then
We got
so-and-so.
Nickelback. Oh, no, what did we get? God, we got the worst one was
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
That's funny.
Limp
Yeah,
Bizkit.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
That's what's cool about being in a band is you can cover things. Because
Right.
imagine being on stage and you're just playing the beats and you're rapping the lyrics over it, it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, absolutely. I've told that to people. It's like having a band is so much more work, but the payoff is so much greater. Like when shit comes together, there's no feeling like it.
So with you guys, is it the band or is it like you and the
with
band?
a band?
Yeah.
I was on my solo shit for like 10 years and then we did a live thing. So I basically just gave them my instrumentals and they learned it. But then we took a long break and then we just kind of started from scratch. Like, okay, we're gonna make our own songs. I don't want to just like make my songs, like the live version of my songs. You know what I mean? So now it's a band.
And I think that's what's unique about us too, is that it's not like, even though I'm the front person, it's not my band.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not Apollo Bebop. I'm Brian the Earth of Apollo Bebop.
Right.
In the same way that like that's why it's nice to be compared to the Roots, because it's like
Exactly.
it's not Black Thought and Questlove. It's everyone else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So these guys deserve just as much credit as me.
No, for sure. I totally get that.
And that's what's really, really cool too, because it is a consistent sound in that way.
Yeah. How would you guys describe your sound? Like who would you compare? Like who are your inspirations?
I'd say we're like alternative Christian bluegrass, you know,
Something like that. Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was gonna put in the YouTube description.
Yeah,
Get
perfect.
a lot of views from that.
Yeah,
exactly.
sure.
It's that's why I say it's alternative. It's not like the traditional style.
Sure.
Not. I'm just playing. No, I mean, it is really interesting. I mean, we're all influenced by different people, you know, and not even just with. I mean, it's smart to give yourself a general label. That way, people can kind of assume like, oh, when I hear Apollo Bebop, it's like a hip hop jazz thing.
Right.
But we get kind of grimy.
Yeah.
We get kind of heavy. We get kind of chill and mellow.
Mostly hip hop. Yeah. No, I
Just
get
straight
that.
like golden era hip hop.
Yeah.
That's what we try to be. But when you do see us live, there is that kind of aggressive element that I think people really in our generation connect with, because there's a lot of that angst still. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But we have a lot of jazz too, as well, which I think adds a really nice sophisticated element to our approach to music.
Sophisticated element is exactly the way I would describe it. Yeah, that's tight.
The way I see it is like having like a healthy cooked meal.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So it's hard for people to get their veggies sometimes.
Yeah.
But the best way to give people veggies is you gotta like cook it right.
Sure.
And then you gotta like give it with some other shit.
Yeah, tuck it in there.
Know.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So that's kind of how I would imagine our music is.
Huh.
People like on the surface level, you might not realize that there's like a lot of theory going on.
Yeah.
Like music theory.
Sure.
But like if you really break down some of the stuff that we play, it's like, oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah. You guys are really good at live recordings. That's like most of your online presence, right? Is like live recordings.
Online. Yeah. I mean, we're really like today, we just released a new single called You Ain't Gotta Worry.
I saw. Yeah.
So, but everything that we're doing, we're tracking live.
Okay.
And we're really, because that's been our, I don't want to say problem. That's just been an opportunity for us to grow in.
Yeah.
Because our live shows are really good. That's how we've gained a lot of following.
Right.
But our recordings, that always was something that was just lacking a little bit.
Sure.
Because when you're trying to like fight against like a trap song, that smacks in the
with
car.
808s and
You know what I mean? And like
yeah.
you're just using loops and samples, and it's a clean recording. And then we're like recording all our shit in our bedroom,
right?
And doing it all ourselves. It's like it's kind of hard to compete. But I think we're getting there.
I think we're finding our own way of fitting into this. Musical world or something.
Right. So is that what is your recording process? Do you guys still record like at home or like a home studio?
Yeah. So we record at the Cruise Boys' house because they have a studio.
Okay.
Honestly, we're very fortunate that
shout out to Mario.
Yeah, shout out to Mario
and
for
Yolanda.
because they had they have like this soundproof room that's their bedroom, but we record in there.
Okay.
And they had this room since before we were even a band, so they've been supporting their boys with this music thing.
Okay.
But we record in there. I mean, we have studio equipment, mics, all that. We record
We have like a separated sound engineering room, I guess you could call it.
It's a mini studio.
Yeah, that's
it's
tight,
not
man.
It's not Abbey Road, but it definitely is like way better than a lot of home studios I have to play in. So
for sure, man.
Amazing.
for some reason, I don't know what it is. I just have always geeked out about like you said, the window. There's something about if you have
cool.
a window, it's like, wow, I'm in a fucking studio.
Right.
There's a lot to go into putting a window.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, I think that's a big element.
And they got a great little black and red design.
Yeah.
Mario
Aesthetics.
does interior carpeting. What do you guys?
Well, he does construction, just
Construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
general anything.
Yeah, that's
so he's
helpful,
good at
man.
that stuff.
Yeah, that's something cool that I've been blessed myself. Like when you set out on an endeavor, and I mean before like all this, this is all new, right? New to me. But when you set out on endeavors like that, you want to do some shit yourself. You start realizing, at least in my case, like wow, I do know someone who like builds things. I do know someone who like plays guitar or like whatever the things are. I do know photographers and all that, you know?
Yeah.
It's
So
like
much, that goes into music more than just being a musician. Like
Yeah,
you need help
man.
from other people as well, business people, people that build, people that promote everything.
Sure. Yeah. So when you guys are making a song, say, okay, first of all, who usually comes up with, like, do you guys sit down in a room, all right, we got to write a new song? Any ideas? or do you know what I mean? Or
It's
is it all
always a
like in the
little-
group chat? Or
It's always a little different.
Yeah.
Always a little different. Sometimes one person will come with an idea and then we'll flesh it out together and just try and see how that idea comes out.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll come in with an idea and then we'll toss it and then we'll all collaborate on that idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
And when you
always
say idea, do you mean like concept for a song or like more like
Sometimes I might-
melodies or
like for instance for me because I play saxophone,
Yeah.
I'll have something I played on keyboards or
Okay.
I'll make a beat
Yeah.
and I'll bring it into them and I'll be like, hey, this is what I came up with for a little bit, like a skeleton.
Yeah.
And we'll play it a little bit, see if we vibe with it, see if Brian could come up with something. And
Yeah.
sometimes that'll be a joint. Sometimes, I'll come in with like a half-ass idea and have them to help me develop it more. Sometimes
Sure.
Chris will come with an idea. Sometimes
Yeah.
we'll even be in the studio just jamming and shit. And
Yeah, actually, speaking of which, that's like You Ain't Gotta Worry is a perfect example. If you play that song, the first thing you hear is an iPhone demo of us the day of making that song, just jamming it.
Oh, no shit.
Donovan was just grooving on the key or grooving on the drums.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker just just like out of his ass. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, so
Yeah.
it was pretty sick. And
Yeah.
then we liked the essence of that, so we thought, oh, why don't we just throw it in the beginning of the song?
Right.
And then
I
it goes
thought
to
that,
the
the
that's
iPhone
dope.
recording sounded dope. That's
Yeah.
why I don't know how the iPhone does it.
Yo,
but sometimes
shout
they
out
get some
to
dope
Apple.
recordings.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Apple,
Apple.
indeed.
Yeah.
Yo, straight up.
Struggling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the
Yeah.
process though.
Okay.
That's everywhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I
I'll
think
even
I
have
catch
lyrics
something.
already done.
Yeah,
and then,
and
just
we'll
make a
build
beat
something
out of it.
around that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Our
Yeah.
song Better Recognized was done that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a
Headphones,
few
too.
ideas around some of those ideas. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then we
Yeah.
settled on one and we're like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's funny too because I gotta give credit to Grover because this guy makes some bangers, but sometimes
Yeah.
when he comes with the idea, we're just like, what is this, dude?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta, they be doubting me. That's all I can
Right,
say.
right. They be doubting
doubting
me.
me.
Baselines,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But like baselines were like, what?
Yo, man, I got some bangers though.
But low
Yeah.
key,
It's good, it's
low
good.
key, this man, he's a genius.
DeAndre also
Yeah.
never uses. This is for the theory cats. That he never uses dominant chords. It's so weird.
Just
Like
minor.
as a theory thing, it's like there's a chord everybody uses all the time, and he just never uses them. It's so strange.
Hey, man, I got my sound. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's very contemporary. I think it's the best way to put it.
It's so ridiculous.
I don't know. That's all I gotta say.
That's crazy because I'm usually in the room when like my band's putting stuff together and they speak a completely different language to me. You know what I mean?
I'm in the same boat.
Then they'll always like gas me like, yo, bars, all like the rapper shit. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm the least talented person in this room. Like you guys,
Shit, bro.
all these like major keys and all this shit. Like I have no idea. Is that an E or an F or whatever?
Yeah.
No clue, man.
Just gotta have rhythm and feel.
Yeah, see, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Musicality is something you can't teach. You know.
right, right. So I know you do photography on the side, right? Just
Yeah.
as a hobby, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone else do like any other artistic, creative stuff aside from like obvious the music?
I surf. Try to stay
Sick.
active.
Okay. Yeah, right. I'm from
in
Hawaii, bro. I speak
yeah.
that language.
Oh, for
yeah,
real?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, then you're probably way better than me.
No, I've never surfed in my life. That's
Really?
that's always the
No
assumption.
way.
They're like, bro, you're from Hawaii? So okay, first of all, you're not Mexican. Cool. And not cool, but like I thought you were Mexican. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always get Mexican. And then they're like, so you're from Hawaii. All right. So like you surf, right? Never.
So
ever.
what are you? Wait, are you like Pacific Islander then? Huh?
Yeah, my
Cool.
mom's Hawaiian, my
Cool.
dad's Irish. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so yeah.
Yeah.
In California, I get Mexican. On the East Coast,
Honestly,
everyone thinks I'm Puerto
honestly,
Rican.
I thought you were too. My
Yeah,
bad, bro.
yeah, no.
People say the same for me. I'm actually not Mexican.
What are you?
I'm half Vietnamese and half white. as
Okay.
well. Italian, German.
Okay.
A lot of people think I'm Mexican too,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
He's
I'm Salvadorian.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to
okay.
my Salvi people out there.
Yeah. And you?
he's Mexican. Full.
Full Mexican. That's what I figured.
Nah, I'm
yeah.
just African American.
Yeah. Word.
Get that Creole blood.
What about the other dudes in the band?
So Dominic and Donovan, they're brothers, and
Oh, right.
they're half Mexican, half Salvadorian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you got a cool little
Yeah.
Salvadorians.
Yeah.
Little ethnic group.
Yeah, for sure. You
wait
represent
to-
the Asian. You got some Asian
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. Yeah, for sure.
And the white.
Yeah, right. Yeah, keep everything nice and balanced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true.
No, for sure. I don't remember what we were talking about before that.
We're talking about
hobbies and whatnot.
hobbies. So
Oh,
he
hobbies,
likes to
yeah.
surf. I
Okay.
do photos and video, and then
We
I don't
all
really do
jam with
much.
other people
Okay.
too.
this
and
man is
stuff.
considered a weeb.
Get the fuck out of here.
I need to know what that is.
What is that?
He likes anime.
I watch a lot of
Oh,
anime.
okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
into
That's what
that
they call
shit.
that.
Yeah,
That's
weeb.
cool.
Yeah, but you also into that shit
You're
too.
a weeb
I
too.
wasn't gonna deny that.
Yeah.
I was about to admit it as well.
But yeah, I don't do too much on the side. I try to stay up on my music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to work on just focus on my job, but now that the whole coronavirus is out right now, the boy's
Yeah.
out of job for a little bit. So
Yo,
I'm gonna be
man.
forced to be making a little bit more music.
Yeah.
You sound pissed.
I know.
It's like
I'll
you
let
said,
everyone-
I
Yeah,
thought that
it's
was the
rightfully
goal.
so.
it's a little
Right.
double-edged sword, like
Double-edged
you
sword,
saying, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna be making checks, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be having to be making these bangers, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's something for me, like there's something comforting in the fact that none of this is within my control. I'm just like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
That's how
Straight
I
up.
feel about
You're not
it.
forced.
Yeah.
I'm not like faced with this decision. Do I go to work? Do I not
It's
go
not
to
your
work?
fault.
You know
It's
what
no
I mean?
one's fault.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It just it
Nobody's
happens.
fault. You can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shout out to people who can still work and have to work, like the
Healthcare.
medical people. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? That's important.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Gotta have that.
More than anything, just everything that's been happening right now is just like held a magnifying glass over the fact that everything is really fucking fragile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything's on stilts. And that's, I
Yeah,
think, what
exactly.
coronavirus
Exactly.
is showing us is like everyone thought they were doing well. And, you know, me being able to do music full time, like, oh, I'm the best. I'm the coolest guy ever. Like, look
Right.
at me. But, like, in reality, the moment anything hits the fan, like, you know, musicians, servers, you know,
Yeah.
people like us get cut, contractors in general, just
Yeah.
kind of get cut right off the bat. And
Sure.
just made us realize, like, we are not safe. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Anything like this could happen in a week's time.
Yeah.
Everyone's out of a job.
Right.
And it's continuing to go down. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's
Not to mention that this shit is just spreading too.
yeah. That's it's apparently right. That's what they're saying.
Mhm.
It's
yeah, they say
spreading.
half the people are gonna get it. It's also dormant in a lot of people right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
here we go, guys.
Yeah. At some point, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm
We
just
might
like,
actually have to post up, man.
yeah. Yo, for sure. Yeah, I podcasted for like almost 6 hours straight yesterday because I had back-to-back people. And like I'm obviously not on my phone because I just got to do this, right? And so I was just in like this bubble. Just like this little bubble. And then I think halfway through the second one, the girl I had on, she got a text saying like, you know, everything's getting locked down or whatever. I was like, fuck, man, like,
Do I have to
What?
stay here?
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's weird. Like if you, which I don't know, that might imply other shit too, but it's like, if I didn't go on my phone, if I didn't talk to people, I would have no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? So
Actually, yeah.
You know?
My grandfather, very far away from all of technology and social media in general,
yeah,
had to my dad had to sit him down recently and be like, hey, stop going outside.
right.
my grandfather, not a big deal. I'm healthy for an 80-year-old. And
yeah,
be like, no, man, just stay inside. Specifically, our elderly are in a little bit of hot water right now.
sure.
So,
Yeah,
looking out for them.
for sure. So we talked about how you guys conceptualize songs and all that. When it comes to the recording process, is there a standard? Like, is there a process? Like, who generally goes first?
Our drummer goes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I said, we track live
Yeah.
and we don't quantize anything.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier to get him down. So what usually we'll do is we'll track him, have like kick, snare, 3 overheads, So like 6 mics on them.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like a scratch vocal take that I play with him. So that way he knows exactly where he's at in the song.
Okay.
And then that way he can still get that feel in.
Yeah.
The way that I always see recording is like voice acting. Because you have to be able to give the performance as a voice actor, but you're in a booth by yourself.
Right.
So the nice thing about us when we play live is like you got the loudness, you got
Sure.
the live element, you got the crowd. But so what we need to do is embody that in the recording.
Yeah.
But that's why we have the drummer go first, because he's the one that is banging the shit away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's easy to get Dom in, and then Chris.
Yeah, we just usually go
After-
DI.
yeah, after-
a lot of
sure.
guitar and
Yeah.
bass is manipulated and
Yeah, after we
Okay.
get the drums in, it really doesn't matter who goes on. Actually, I do the vocals last.
Okay.
we usually get like a scratch take, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Just so like we know where the parts are and
Exactly.
whatnot. But
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as it's drums first, vocals last, everything else kind of whenever.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel about recording vocals in front of people? Because
Dude, I hate it.
do you?
They're never there when I'm recording vocals.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't like people.
Well,
like,
see, the
standing
thing
there
is
while
too,
I'm
like, I
recording.
mean, I've been recording my own vocals for a long time,
Same,
and
yeah.
I'm the one engineering most of the stuff
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm the one putting the mics up, all that.
Okay, so that was
Yeah.
going to be my question. So you kind of playing engineer the whole time. Okay, I got you. And mixing, mastering, all that. Oh no shit.
as of recently, yeah, we've been using just Brian.
We try
Okay.
to use other people, and I hope to get to that point eventually, because I do enjoy it, but it takes away time
Sure.
from writing and
Yeah, I
being
get
creative.
it. Yeah, yeah,
You know, because then by the time, like, our single just dropped today,
yeah.
right? And I'm already over the song. You know
of
what
course,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Actually, I did take some time away, and then when I listened to it again, I was like, oh, I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out.
Right, right.
But for the most part, I listen to the song like thousands of times, and
Right.
and then I need a break from it.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm not saying I do everything by myself, but
Yeah.
I'm spearheading a lot of it.
Okay. How do your parents feel about your band? Like, are your parents supportive? Is that a weird question?
Yeah,
Kind of.
it's one of those like Mike Jones situations. Like at first, like back then y'all didn't want me, now I'm hot, y'all all want me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, my family used to say I made elevator music. I was like,
Elevator music.
yeah, because
Ah.
like some of the stuff I made was like chill, kind of jazzy hip hop stuff.
Yeah.
And then now that, see, I've always wanted a band because I love hardcore music.
Yeah.
That was the first type of shows I used to go to.
Right, right.
So just having this dude like screaming in my face, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I try to embody that with this music thing.
Right.
And now I can be more aggressive in the creation too.
Yeah. No,
So-
I totally get that.
But yeah, no, as far as like my family, they're super supportive now.
Yeah.
Not that they weren't before, but now they're like, oh, we see you actually doing stuff now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now we'll take
I-
you seriously.
I totally understand that. You guys,
Yeah, my
family's cool with it.
family's cool? Yeah.
my mother's she's an immigrant from Vietnam, and my father grew up in Queens, New York. So they're really new to hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
put it the best way I can.
Sure, sure.
But I think if there were to be a band that introduces another generation to hip hop, Apollo does a really good job of it.
I would agree.
And we've actually had, we say this all the time. There was people in San Diego that
Yeah.
old guy 80s, like, I've never had a use for hip hop in my life. I thought
Yeah.
it was trash. And then I saw
Yeah.
you guys play. We played some random corporate
Yeah.
festival.
Okay.
And he's like, nah, I love it. I love you guys. I think it's great. I really support it. So
Yeah.
we do see a lot of the older generation, other demographics that are not usually listening to hip hop actually kind of be like, well, I like these guys. You know?
Sure.
So.
Yeah, that's dope. What do you think? What is it about your music specifically? Is it the horns? The horns like can win anyone's heart. I feel like.
You know what? I will say that's a big part.
Yeah.
It's also
like
the
a-
lyrical content too.
Sure.
But
But
there's
like
no
I said, I
misogyny
mean, I
in our
don't-
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Arrogance, really.
Sure.
Well, I mean, no, I say I be fucking bitches up as if I had a dog fetish.
Yeah, but like,
don't know about
yeah,
that.
yeah. But like, we also have
I
You
don't
Ain't Gotta
know about
Worry
that.
that just came out, stream it on all social media
Yeah,
platforms.
no, but I don't think
And
it's
it's a beautiful song.
No,
Yeah,
see,
I
this
gotcha.
is something that me and DeAndre have talked about plenty of times. Is like we're all dope individually, but we're the dopest when we're all together.
Sure.
So that's why I think it's really cool being a part of a band. Personally, I don't really have like this crazy like desire to be a solo star. I've
Okay.
always wanted to be part of a band.
Yeah.
That's
I
actually
like
why
working
we
with
met.
people.
Like I said, we were in school. There was a commercial music class, and I was the only rapper in there. But I just wanted to play with people
Right.
because I was always creating by myself. But So I don't think it's necessarily one thing that makes us.
Yeah, it totally
unique.
makes sense.
I think a lot of artists need to be humble and admit that they are, even if you spend all day doing what you love to do, which is music, you got to be humble enough to realize that there's things in music that you just can't do like as well as someone else because they're spending all day doing it, you know?
Sure.
Like for me to come out and say like, no, I want to be in a hip hop band. I'm going to write the lyrics. I'm going to do the sax lines and write everything is like, that would be arrogant of me, man. Like I have DeAndre playing sax all his life. It's in his blood. Brian's rapping all his life. Like, why would I want to just, you know, be a solo artist and do everything myself when I know if we get together and if we get together with the right people who are rational and smart and self-motivated, guarantee you go further than anyone that does it on their own.
That's dope, bro. I totally agree. Yeah, it's a cliche for a reason. The whole teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of this as well. Like I try to do everything myself. You know what I'm saying? And so more than anything, having a band has like kind of taught me that. Like you can't. I'm a control freak, right? But I've done pretty well for myself in being that way. So it's more like. If you spend the appropriate amount of time building the right team, then proceed.
The right
you know
team.
What I mean?
Because sometimes, you know, when you get the wrong team, you're going to get dragged down with everyone else.
And then you have the misconception, no, I have to do everything myself. No, you just got to team up.
Rational team.
You know,
Exactly.
you know, with something that I've learned, being part of this band is that everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, but you also can't expect everyone to be doing everything as well.
Sure.
You know, some people are just, and that's life. Some people end up doing more just because they're able to do more. You know, like I have these like visual aspirations because I shoot photos and I do video.
Right.
But I wouldn't go up to like Chris or DeAndre and be like, yo, you need to like come up with this or you need to shoot this or whatever.
Right.
Because it's just, I mean, they probably could. I'm not saying that they can't.
Yeah.
But like, then they'd have to like look more into that.
Sure.
And in the same way that I was saying with the engineering things, like then that takes away from doing the stuff that you're really meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is a team effort and everyone is pulling their own weight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's very important.
Right. That's definitely important. We already kind of talked about how your parents feel about your stuff. Where do you get your creativity from? Do you guys have creative parents?
No.
I mean, not professionally, I should say, but you know, my father definitely is very passionate about music and rock, metal.
Like as a consumer, or does he make anything?
No, he doesn't make anything. I got you. He's not. I don't think
isn't he learning the drums?
Yeah, he was learning the drums, but he's a busy guy, so he took a step back, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, big ups to my dad. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, inspiration comes from what I think for me personally, I speak for myself, from what my parents taught me, and then going to like an art school at an early age, and what my teachers and my friends and the people I hung out with taught me. You know. What I mean? So I was very blessed for that, by the way, because I think they put me on the right track in music.
Sure.
My parents and then my friends in high school and whatnot.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You got creative parents at all?
No, but actually, my mom is the one that got me into hip hop.
Oh, and she's a killing dancer too.
Yeah,
actually.
she's gotten up on stage with us a couple times.
Yeah, quite a few times actually.
I know she's wild. Honest. So I have a twin brother and a sister.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's the craziest. My mom is the craziest one out of all of us.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
In like a good and bad way. But
yeah.
more good than bad.
Yeah. So she got you into hip hop. How so?
She loves Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
One of her bucket list goals was to see Snoop Dogg live.
Yeah.
Before he died.
Yeah.
He obviously not dead yet, but you know he's getting up there. So
yeah.
You know,
Ain't that old?
well, yeah, but I mean, you know, he's probably gonna start slowing down performing. So she's like, I gotta go see him before he like stops.
Oh, so she still hasn't seen him?
No, she did.
Oh, she did.
She
okay.
saw him like recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, but then the last
Did she get to meet him?
No, she was.
I want to make that happen for her.
Man, dude, it's just so funny. She.
Snoop
I just
Dogg.
picture my mom like at
RSM, right?
Yeah.
At a grocery store bumping Snoop Dogg.
Yo, she ran into Warren G at Target.
That's
And
sick.
she freaked out.
Wow.
Of course
yeah.
She loves hip hop.
Like the gangster rap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 West Coast.
Biggie, Tupac, all that. So
that's
she's
cool.
the one that got me into hip hop.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have like. I mean, my dad wasn't really in the picture, but now that I'm reconnecting with him, he likes to play drums.
Okay.
And I've always
no way.
He always liked to play. He's not like crazy with it, but
Yeah.
I love rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
I try to embody that with my rapping.
Sure.
I look at more of it as a rhythmic thing than like lyrics.
Yeah.
So I maybe got that from my dad.
Yeah.
through,
Yeah.
like genetics, but
Sure. I definitely know what you mean. It's like there's lyricism and then there's steez, right? And if sometimes you can like, so every once in a while someone comes along that they can do the same, like both of them. You know what I mean? If you could say something cool and say it in a cool way, that's tight.
it's funny because I used to go by the name B Ryman.
Okay.
And I always thought like, I could say it kind of slick.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm B Ryman.
Be right.
But then why I changed my name is because I did this show and this guy's like, all right, next up on stage we have B Ryman, and I was like, dude, that sounds so bad. Like I want a name that anyone can say.
Yeah,
and
no
not
matter who
sound
says it, it's
whack.
gonna sound
You know
cool.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I
feel
changed it
that.
to Brian Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve. So my whole philosophy with writing is sound first, lyrics second.
I love that.
But it's not like a huge gap. It's just in the same way with the whole veggies thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I've heard plenty of songs that are like, man, these lyrics are really dope, but I'm like, I can barely get through it.
Yeah.
This 2-minute song sounds like it's 5.
Yeah.
And then there's another song that's like 6 minutes long. I'm like, dude, there's so much. It sounds so good. It feels like a 3-minute song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know people definitely like melody and rhythm and cadence over lyrics.
Yes.
But that's not to say the lyrics aren't important, obviously.
Right. Yeah. I definitely went through my like underground hip hop phase where I was
Lyrical, spiritual, biblical.
that's the one. I need to say no more. You knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah. And then it occurred to me like, this is all really boring. Like the lyrics are cool, but it does nothing for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my goal right now is actually to write less.
Okay.
I want to write less.
Like write less words in what do you mean?
Just less shorter verses,
Sure.
more space.
Yes.
And just because I remember watching a thing about why Barack Obama is such a great speaker, and it's because he takes his time. He says a few lines and then lets that sink in.
Yeah.
And not only is it like with what he
Opposite of our
says,
president now.
huh?
Opposite of Trump.
Oh
right?
yeah. But then it's because of the way that he delivers it.
Yeah.
Then you really get the message. But
Sure.
if I just like hit you with some crazy bars and then I don't let that sink in, then it doesn't marinate.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It,
I don't let you
cancels
like sit on that for a second.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally get that.
So space honestly is key.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do even with instruments. Like we do have times where we go crazy, but other times you gotta play like 3 notes and then
It's a vibe.
Sometimes the
yeah.
space in between the notes are more important than the notes themselves. It's a Chet Atkins quote, actually. So
Okay.
give credit where
You
it's due.
you could have just kept that. I
He's not here. I
you
don't
could have
think
kept that
Eddie
for
Win-
yourself.
I don't think
yeah,
it's
dude. Look, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Shout out to the people that watch.
Shout out to
Office.
Michael
Yeah,
Scott.
for sure. Yeah. If you guys could work with an artist, like who is there an agreed upon artist that that's the guy or the girl or whoever, a band we'd like to work with, a producer, you know what I mean?
No, honestly, I feel like we're all very different. We're all very different.
Okay.
I think that we'd have we could probably come up with one, but
Yeah.
like I would probably want to work with someone different. Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we'd come up with a consensus, but like I know he probably wants to work with somebody like I don't know. I'm not gonna name anyone for you, but
Some like reggae artists would be tight.
well, yeah.
okay.
But I'm not into reggae. I'm not into reggae like that. So I don't have that
I'm
drive to be like
working on them.
Yeah,
oh, low key.
Yeah.
He's getting there.
Yeah.
Just slowly chipping away.
Who are some reggae artists you like?
Like
Chronics,
Chronics.
man.
Okay.
Killing the game
Kabaka
right
Pyramid
now.
is tight.
Kofi. Kofi?
Yeah, Coffee. Coffee,
Yeah,
she's
I
good.
love loving her new stuff.
Old school
Yeah.
cats are always tight. The Gladiators.
Yeah, okay. I'm familiar with that.
Dennis Brown.
Okay.
Dennis Brown is tight. Don Carlos.
Gregory Isaacs.
Yeah.
Gregory Isaacs.
What's that guy's name?
Congos.
That did The Informer? Informer.
Yeah.
That's one of his favorites.
Right.
That white dude.
Yeah. What is that guy's name?
Damn, I'm like tripping out. I can't remember. It's like Frost, I think.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yellow Man.
Yellow Man is sick.
Beanie Man.
Beanie Man.
No, Yellow Man. If you guys don't know Yellow Man, check out. Oh man, I love Yellow
All
Man.
the mans.
Yeah.
All the mans.
All the mans.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people talk about reggae, I'm like, yeah, fucking Bob Marley. You know what I mean? Like that's about it.
Shout out to that painting you
You're
got
not
over
wrong,
there.
bro.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm Marley Sip too, man.
He's up
yeah.
there. He's an
Steel
icon.
Pulse though. Shout out to Steel Pulse.
Yeah.
Steel Pulse. Yeah, they still tour and whatnot.
Yeah.
Old guy.
Bad
Yeah.
Brains, also punk.
I like
You
Bad
know-
Brains. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
definitely
you've
like
seen,
Bad Brains.
they're good at reggae,
Yeah.
and then their punk goes
Yeah.
off, whatever. They're just insane.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Bad
yeah.
Brains.
But yeah, that would be like my choice. Something
reggae.
out of the genre. I think.
Yeah.
So to bring in like a different sound, I think would be cool. Because I'm a big fan of like crossing genres and that type of shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe like a producer or definitely reggae artist. I think off top would be hella sick.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it would be cool to have featured artists and all that. But also the way that I see Apollo Bebop is like it's this one sound.
Yes.
And then something that I always tripped out about with some artists is that when they do something like completely different, it's still the same name. So then now you kind of like dilute that vibe.
Yeah.
So I've always been a fan of like, let's say like Madlib and MF Doom get together. Now they're
Yeah.
Mad Villain.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I like when like if we were to do something with an artist, I feel like it wouldn't be an Apollo Bebop.
It would have to be
anymore.
its own thing.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
have
I
to be
get that.
separate.
Yeah. I like that.
But then again, I mean, I'm not opposed. Like we actually are looking to collaborate more.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I personally I don't really have like I don't see it being like, oh, I would like this person to work with us. It was more like me working with them.
I got you. Yeah.
That's more of like how I usually see things.
Yeah. No, I get that. Would you say you perform often?
Oh yeah. Well, we do the
Right,
same.
we did.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit we've all done or used to do.
but yes,
until further notice. Yeah.
Well, we're the house band for this open mic called the Cool Lab Project.
Is that Long Beach? Where is
No,
that?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys just played Long Beach.
Oh, Fight Club?
Fight
yeah.
Club. That's what it
was.
Fight
That
Club
was
is
what it was.
awesome.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
like,
At K Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay.
those guys
So,
got it going on.
There was a time where we were playing probably 3 shows every week.
Okay.
It was pretty popping. It kind of slowed down last year because I had a little like health thing going on, so I had to take some time off performing, and then even getting back into the circuit, it's just like
We just wanted to focus more on recording and
yeah.
not spreading ourselves too thin, driving up to LA for like a cheap show.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry guys, like
It'll wear you out, man.
it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. You wanna. That's how hungry I am. I'm gonna grind this out, but
Yeah.
shit'll catch up with you. It's not necessarily the smartest thing.
Yeah, and
You
we're
know
all
what I
making
mean?
paper, but like no one accounts for the gas at like no one's
Right,
getting
man.
all this the food and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So it just kind of becomes complicated unless if there is like enough to go around for a 5-piece,
Sure.
And
yeah.
then also it's just kind of a thing a lot of our agents and people in the industry say it's best not to spread your shows out. It's better to spread your shows out so you can capitalize on one show more. And then promoters for these shows, people that book you are a little less interested in booking you if you have maybe like 2 free shows before their ticketed show, right?
Right.
So they're like, why would I book Apollo? All their fans are going to go to the free show 2 days before their ticketed show because
makes
they'd rather
perfect sense.
just go to a free show.
Yeah,
And that's
So-
a pro tip out there. We're dropping
Yeah,
some
that's
knowledge
real.
on everything.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, keep it.
Yeah.
Unless if the free shows are bringing in cash and they're private, if you get to a certain level, you don't want to be doing. Too
I know.
many,
Honestly, we're very
you know what I
fortunate enough to even since the beginning. We've been playing every week.
Yeah.
The very first show we had was at Proof Bar in Santa Ana, and then the guy that did sound for that show was filling in for another guy.
Okay.
So he wasn't even supposed to be there. Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then he liked us a lot, and then put us in the art walk like the next like week or so.
Yeah.
And then from there we got Gypsy Den.
Yeah.
And then we played there every Sunday because they saw us. And
And
like
then we got weddings from that.
got weddings, and then we got the
shows from
open mic. So we have
Through
been
Vince,
very
shout out to
fortunate.
Vince.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate to be
Alaz.
playing.
So you guys have played weddings. That's what.
Yeah, we
that.
played
Yeah,
weddings.
I love
No
playing
shit.
weddings. Shout out
Weddings
to
are dope.
Jared.
And you're up there rapping this shit.
Shout out to
rapping.
Yeah,
Wow, dude,
There was
that's
one
dope.
time I had to
People are
be.
into that
There
shit.
was one time I was emceeing the wedding. He's like, all right, next up we got Bobby and Trinity coming
it
down.
was really cool.
Yeah, I
We
was
played
People are
Eddie
into
and
like that
Deborah's
shit.
wedding.
Yeah.
you
We'll
know
do
what I
covers
mean?
and shit that they request. We'll learn the tracks and shit.
Yeah.
Brian will learn some of the lyrics, you know.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
some of my favorite gigs.
But
Wrong with that.
I'm not like singing on them. I'm just
No,
No, we're not a
Right.
wedding. He's not a
Right.
wedding
You're
singer.
not doing
He's
like
a wedding
YMCA and
rapper.
shit.
New genre.
We're like a more like a contemporary jazz hip hop wedding band, you know.
Okay.
And we do
Like
jazz
cool
on the
vibes
side,
and
so
shit.
when
Okay.
there needs to be
Yeah.
dead space, we just
Yeah,
put a
that's-
hip hop beat behind
Yeah.
giant steps, and we're chilling.
Damn.
yeah.
Y'all gonna make me invite myself to a random wedding just to watch this shit.
Yeah, you can crash it.
Yeah.
Every wedding
Yeah.
we've played, they've been chillers, very down to earth.
That's dope. Maybe want to get married again.
Yeah, hire us for your wedding when things calm down a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I'll photograph it. They'll play. It'll be dope.
Oh,
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Get
what
you
we
on the
call the
mic,
cool
too.
lab right there. So like that, like I said, that open mic we do.
Yeah.
It's pretty. We've been doing it for 3 years, and it's just been getting a lot of steam. And we've helped build a community out in Santa Ana.
Yeah.
And so Cool Lab is cool collaboration. So that would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
We play as a band, and then you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Cool lab,
super dope.
Love that.
Yeah, yeah. Do you guys? Oh, so you said your first show was at Proof. How long ago was that?
That was 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Coming up on 5
Yeah.
in July.
Yeah, our youngest member is Donovan,
July.
our drummer.
Okay.
He's about to turn 21.
What, wasn't he turning like 16?
Yeah, he
that
was
night?
15 when he joined the band.
Yeah.
Because obviously we had to practice and all that before our first
Sure,
show.
sure.
On his 16th birthday is when we had our very first show.
And
Oh,
what was
wow.
funny is we announced that live, and I'm pretty sure like the owner or the bartenders were like,
Yeah.
16? How old are the rest of them?
Get my shit shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. How did the first show go?
It actually went pretty
Awesome.
well.
Yeah.
My
DeAndre had a cast.
My ankle was sprained.
Oh shit.
So I
So
was
he
sitting
sat on a
down the whole
chair
time.
like an old jazz musician would.
Yeah, we actually had a
That's
keyboard
dope.
player.
We had a keyboard
60
player, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were a sextet.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have keys now?
I play
He
keys a
plays
little
keys
bit
now.
sometimes.
Okay,
Like
okay.
this new joint that came out, you ain't gotta worry. I'm playing keyboards on this one. And
Okay.
there's no saxophone on this bad boy.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
I
But
got
the,
you.
the keyboard player we were playing with in the beginning, he wasn't like all that dedicated into being a part of this. He's cool though. He's
Yeah.
cool,
He's
but
super
he just wanted
talented.
to focus
Yeah.
his time on just his
He had other
stuff.
enterprises.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he was
you know
getting
what I
sure.
really
mean?
invested
Like
Yeah.
much love to the
He's doing
homie,
really
but-
well, actually.
Good.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Is
So-
there a favorite show you guys think back? Like,
Observatory, maybe for me.
Observatory was pretty fun.
Observatory.
No, we played the Constellation.
Constellation.
Constellation
Yeah.
was
The
fun.
first time we did
I
House of
prefer
Blues
the
was tight,
Constellation
I
room.
thought.
House of Blues
Oh,
was
yeah, that
fun.
was pretty
Oh
cool. You
man,
put-
I forgot
the first
about
time.
the one when
Of
it was
course
still
you
at
had a good
Downtown
time.
Disney.
Oh, I think my favorite show was when we played for some homeless people in the middle of the street.
Oh, yeah.
That was
one of
so
our first
tight.
shows.
We played for like a bunch of homeless people.
It was
for
like a food drive.
like a
Oh,
fundraiser
tight.
thing.
Okay.
And it was like straight up in like a parking lot, and we
Yeah.
had a bunch more people.
It
come
was
out
like
than
our
I
friends.
thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mixed
But I do,
50-50
if
with
I
homeless
remember
people.
correctly,
Awesome.
there was a dude standing off on the side that
Trying to
as we were
rap.
playing, he was just freestyling. And he looked like he wanted to get up on the mic
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
fight for it.
yeah.
Yes, that was pretty.
Yeah, there was no security. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were all. It was peaceful.
Where was this?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Yeah,
Okay.
like downtown. Like
It
I
was
forgot the streets.
off Ross
man.
Street in a near the where
Yeah.
they used to have the shelters down there before they built new buildings, but right next to the bus station.
Yeah.
it was. I think
It was just a trip how
Yeah,
many
that's
people
how we
actually
give back,
came out
I
for that
guess.
shit.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It was fun. That was
Yeah.
a vibe. Yeah,
That's-
we
We have
have a
footage
lot
of
of
that
memorable
somewhere.
shows though, bro.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of memorable ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is there a worst show?
The worst show?
dude, that is a
I think
great
Doll Hut,
question.
yo.
Oh, don't dog on Doll Hut. Shout out to Doll Hut, but it was just a bad day. It was
Yeah,
like raining
yeah.
too
It
hard,
was just like
and it was
this-
like a punk show, you know.
Yeah.
The whole vibe was
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah,
bro.
no, this was when it was raining a lot.
That's you're
Yeah.
probably
Like,
right. That's
like,
right.
it
the
was-
whole area
it was
around was like
stupid.
flooded.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
almost lost my like gear and stuff.
Yeah.
like
you know?
cats
Oh,
and
shit.
dogs.
and the
homie.
stage
Yeah.
is probably as big as this table.
Oh,
So the 5-piece was tricky.
yeah.
And the guy that opened for us, like, he's dope, but like it was that kind of show. He played like
He was on.
he was playing
like,
a skateboard.
Yeah,
like he had a
was
string on a skateboard.
Oh,
And
shit.
yeah,
There's
it was like
5 people in
it was
there.
like 5 people in there. It was
Yeah.
really fun.
It was for a good cause, though. I won't lie.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was for a good cause.
Yeah. We
So
were
that
like,
shit was just a
yeah,
little
making burritos for homeless
We're
people.
like, what the fuck?
Man, I'm trying to think of maybe.
You said they were making burritos for homeless people?
Yeah.
That's tight.
It was a good cause.
Yeah,
It was, yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Doll Hut's-
I think it would have
gotta
been a
get
decent
punks in
show
there,
had it
Doll
not
Hut.
been raining like that crazy. But
Yeah.
because of that, it
was
was
just the rain,
Yeah, it was just
and
a
then-
lot.
I mean, the whole vibe.
Honestly,
man.
if there
I don't
is
think
a,
it
if there
paid
is a
anything
worse
either,
show
so
though,
we can dog on it.
if there is a worse show, I think it's just so traumatizing. I can't think of it.
Yeah, right. You
It's
just
just-
I was ready to
eradicated
hear
that.
it,
I've
man.
locked it
I was
down.
like, what you
Yeah,
think,
no,
man?
I don't know.
Shit.
My subconscious is like, don't go there.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
man.
sure. What's the biggest crowd you guys have rocked? Would you say
Like 20 people, dude.
20?
Fuck
Yeah,
out of
it's
here.
crazy.
Right.
man.
Nah, we've
So
got-
that
might have been-
Doll Hut.
Oh,
Observatory was at. I think
I
we
think
were at.
Observatory,
We were
no?
we were close to 200.
Okay.
And I think we were at 181 to
Well,
be specific.
If you,
but-
I mean, it's kind of hard to say because if you're talking about a ticketed event, then yeah, that.
oh yeah,
but
he's
then if
got
we're
a
talking
point.
about, we played on a boat on a
Oh,
ship.
Hey, y'all be
yeah.
playing everywhere.
On a
bro.
warship.
Y'all be getting creative.
on a warship.
On
it
a
was
warship.
cool.
Yeah,
This
Long
was this
Beach.
was early on.
Yeah.
bro.
Early
This
with-
was a long
But
time
that's
ago.
what I'm saying. Like, maybe not everyone was paying attention. But
Yeah,
there's
I wouldn't
definitely a
count
lot of
that.
There was like
there.
There was a lot of
thousands,
people
like,
there,
tens of
but they weren't all like.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't.
They were
Like, it's
trying
kind
to
of hard
drink,
to
though.
say.
It was like a beer
yeah.
cruise.
It was
a
yeah,
beer. It was a
okay.
beer
It was a
festival.
beer festival.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was
Yo,
tight.
Same with like
Yeah.
East End Block Party too. I mean, you got people walking by. They're like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool," and then they continue on.
Right.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of
yeah,
hard to
East
say.
End.
Yeah.
But if
East
we're
End
talking
a lot.
about ticketed events and probably
Probably yeah.
Constellation Room.
That's the
Constellation Room,
most.
yeah.
I feel like
And Marty's too.
I feel like the only next question that makes sense is like, where else have you guys played? Is where like warships, weddings. You know what I mean?
We're trying to get out of
Yo,
California.
we
a little
played
bit.
what's that place in San Francisco? That restaurant, the Choppa.
Oh, we played at the
Tiki
Tonga
Bar?
Room.
Tonga
Tonga
Room.
Room.
So there's this
Oh.
restaurant in
That's
San
in
Francisco.
in a hotel,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and we played on a boat in a pool in like a. In like
Jesus
a
Christ.
Yeah, I have photos.
That's
yeah,
so
it was
dope.
crazy.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a
That
tight
was
little
cool.
spot.
I was on mushrooms too. It was really fun.
Oh.
I don't know if I should say
What?
that.
Having a
No,
good time.
please.
I don't do that stuff anymore. But.
Right.
I'm trying to think of where else we played that was like of note.
He's on mushrooms, but it's like
On a boat, in a restaurant, in a hotel in San Francisco.
Chilling.
I was just like,
Jesus.
so
Yeah.
fun.
He's like, am I really on a boat?
Yeah. I was
They're
on
like, bro, this is
stage.
just a regular stage.
I was
dude."
yelling at Brian, jump off. Like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
well, because like,
But it was like a $500 fine.
Yeah.
and,
No,
like,
I think
yeah.
it was like 50. I don't think it was
Oh,
that
no.
bad.
And
no,
you
it
get,
was
like,
a lot.
86
Honestly,
for
no,
life.
it was a lot.
Yeah.
But I told
It
him
would
I
have
was
been
gonna give it to him.
legendary though.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I was gonna give it to you?
Yeah.
And then we were like,
See,
probably
this is-
shouldn't.
Yeah.
I remember it not being that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like $50, I think it was.
It would have been, I think maybe So Far might have, because it was a So Far gig, they might have been like,
Like
we can't have
bandas.
Apollo
Yeah,
that's
anymore,
probably the
so.
why.
It was probably
I
for
was-
the best that
I was
Ryan
ready to
was
pay
in
this
the
fool
week,
to jump in there and do a cannonball.
Yeah,
It would have
after
been
the
tight.
show.
But he did get up on the on like the bow of it, you know?
Right.
Because there was or whatever, like the walls of it.
Sure,
and he
sure.
like started rapping.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That
this
was
it
tight.
was so
once-
sick.
but like once again though, we still haven't like I would say broke out heavy in Los Angeles. So if
Yeah.
there
Or
are
New
places we
York,
like to play,
Miami.
Yeah.
it'd be more like bigger
San
venues
Francisco.
out in Los Angeles. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know,
We want to go to Japan.
Japan.
That would be
Right?
super
That'd be
sick.
tight.
I mean, who
Did,
doesn't?
did you say you have played in New York? I saw you were listed.
No,
Okay.
no, but
okay.
we want to go. We want to do New York, Miami,
Yes.
Nashville, Austin.
Yeah.
Big festivals. We would love to play Coachella one day. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
Everybody,
Those are the
so.
goals. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Definitely. I think the main goal right now, I think still at the moment is like trying to conquer Southern California.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Making
Yeah.
sure that we're really well known and well established out
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do think people sometimes, I mean, I'm fucking no expert, but I think people try to branch off too quickly sometimes. You know what I mean? Rather than like
You
spending
got to
time
get a core
to
following.
get like homegrown.
You
know
could
what I mean?
really, you
Yeah.
could eat off just being a local band if you
Sure.
have like 100 super fans that
Yeah.
buy your merch every single time, buy the song when it comes out, come to every show.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you could as a 5-piece, you could actually make a living off really, really great connections with local people.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was who said it, but they said all you need to succeed is to have 1,000 dedicated fans.
I heard
Right.
that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I read that in a book.
Yeah, I don't remember what book it was, but I remember hearing that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of cool, especially like if they're all in one area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's easier that way because
I mean,
Yeah.
the way that I always kind of saw things was like, I look at someone like Atmosphere,
Yeah.
like Ant and Slug. They're from Minneapolis,
Right.
And they obviously got like really big at one point, having some songs on the radio, but they're not as poppin' as they used to be.
Yeah.
and that's just a natural curve.
Sure.
Everyone has like their plateaus and then they dip.
Yeah,
But that's why I think that's true, because then they still have their dedicated fan base that, yeah, they might not be pulling numbers like they did before, but
Yeah.
I mean, they could put out a song.
yeah, they're probably
It's like,
still
yeah,
pretty big in Minneapolis.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're still fine.
Yeah, and they got their Fifth Element, their record store, and all that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have a record? That's cool.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Is that in
and that's something that
Minneapolis?
Yeah, man.
that's something that we definitely try to think about too. How can we diversify our funds, our income? That way we're not stuck just being one thing.
Yeah.
Like with this whole coronavirus thing going on.
Right.
I mean, if you really needed that, if you only put all your eggs in one basket and then the basket gets like, flooded out,
Kind of
That's a good point.
you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But also, I mean, in the same way too, like, I mean, I'd say we're pretty business savvy. We just need the opportunity and like the investors.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I usually do. What are we up at?
Are we doing a freestyle? We battling right now?
I mean,
See it. Come on, guys.
let's see. So I do like a little rapid fire, but again, I never had more than one person. So
You want to go like 1, 2, 3 kind of thing with this?
I say rapid fire, but it's just like random questions because we can expand on it or not. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like the only way to compare it is like Snoop Dogg's podcast, the GGN. He does like the little thing at the end, right?
Sure.
So
Are we gonna have like a little ticker going down here?
could be.
You know?
Right. To
Yeah,
count.
the little ticker.
Yeah. Like you only have 5 seconds to
Yeah.
answer. All right. Do you prefer pools or jacuzzis?
Jacuzzis.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah.
Yo, everybody so far has said
Chilling.
pools, and I'm just like, what the
The
fuck?
fuck?
I should have
What
asked
are you,
that.
5?
Yeah.
I mean, gun to my head, jacuzzi, no doubt. But I like pools.
Oh
don't
yeah,
get
for
me wrong.
sure. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
Jacuzzi.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
even if there was a gun in my head, I'm like, dude, I'll die for that cause.
Trying to post up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for one of you to be like, "Yo, we actually performed in a jacuzzi once, right?" You know what I mean?
Did
We
do
performed in a pool.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay, this is a weed. I don't smoke weed only because like I'm really, really fucking bad at it. But for those who might partake, indica or sativa.
Indica.
No,
Indica.
Yeah, this is
man.
where we differentiate.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
but when
that?
we get together, we do hybrids. To
This
stay.
is something I
Oh
always
yeah, right.
This is something I always tell these guys because I don't smoke either.
Yeah.
But I do smoke fools like you on the basketball court.
Hey.
says that like every day, bro.
Honestly, no.
I love
I'm
it.
Not, I'm not like
Trash.
that.
So now I have to ask. So you have you ever smoked?
I smoked like once.
Okay.
But that's because I
He put a joint in his mouth in Chico.
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
no.
just joking.
I did smoke one time because
Yeah.
I had a really bad migraine
Okay.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Did it help?
for 30 minutes and
Yeah.
then I came back.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know the details. Like I think it was like the wrong type. I think
Sure.
one of the types.
He wasn't with me. That was the issue.
That was the issue.
Oh,
But
right.
we do have
Everyone has a friend who thinks they can make
No,
you better.
wait, listen. Linda, you know, listen. No, we have this saying, a pact, Grover and I,
Yeah.
that when we perform on a late night show,
Oh yeah.
he's gonna smoke me out.
That's
Before
like
or after? Okay.
After, yeah.
That's an important
I'm
question.
not about to go up on stage.
I
and
want to
be
do
like,
before. That'd be funny as
That'd be
well.
funny.
Yeah.
But see,
We're like Joey
that's because
Badass
you know
up
how
there.
well you would do smoking and then
Yeah,
performing.
without equivocation.
Man, yeah,
you
this
better.
guy is inconspicuous, dude. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Sometimes he plays shows,
Yeah.
and his mind is somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm here though.
Yeah, but he's very present. He doesn't
I'm
realize it.
present, man. Don't y'all need to worry about me.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Open-ended.
So you just you don't like weed? How it makes you feel? Or
You know, I think it's like a multitude of things. Like my dad smoked cigarettes, and
Okay.
so just the act of smoking always was kind of off-putting for me.
sure.
Also, I'm very sensitive with smell. I can't even really put cologne on,
Oh no,
or
sure.
else like I'll get like a migraine. So if I'm around
Oh, wow.
smoke, then like it just gets up my nose and I
Yeah.
get headaches.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know if that's like a tolerance thing though, but
Yeah.
it's just not really for me.
For
I used
sure.
to be
Your own, yeah.
I used to be a runner too, so just like fucking up your lungs. is just
Yeah.
not something
I got you.
I'm into.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I'm not opposed to doing any kind of substances, but weed just always freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
like
yeah, I have my moments.
I get real. I either
real
get
paranoid.
depressed or like, yeah. I guess it's cool you bring that up because that's always the thing. Oh, you get paranoid, and I've always said no, but maybe like. Do you mean paranoid like someone's coming to get me?
No,
like
like, in
it's
your
not
head,
like that
you know?
in my head.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it is.
Can't-
Yeah, I get that kind of paranoid for
Yeah.
sure. Like
Thinking about a bunch of shit.
everything,
Yeah,
like
okay.
everything from they're watching me. They know I'm high right now. Just like,
Do I smell?
all the way back to
Yeah,
like
that's fair. That's paranoid.
all the way back to like fuck when I was 5 years old. My dad told me that thing. I still haven't really fleshed that out yet. You know what I mean? Like
Damn.
Yeah,
all
no,
that
you
stuff.
can.
Yeah.
I
all
get
that stuff.
If it's too much, I get like imposter syndrome, where it's
Yeah.
like, "What am I doing? I'm not a real musician."
That's a trip,
Yeah,
man. 'Cause
yeah.
What
I guess
am
it
I
affects
thinking?
everyone differently because
Definitely.
I'd be chilling. I mean,
That's
I'm
how
thinking-
most
You
of
really
my
do
friends
be
are.
chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's funny
You
too
chilling
because
all the
like
time.
There's some people that I'll be around where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I can definitely tell that like you're high right now.
Right.
But like with this guy, I forget that he smokes.
Are you high right now?
Chilling.
Honestly, dude, this dude's like perma high.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
There's never been a time where I've even thought that he was like not all there.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
but
That's
I don't know. Some people handle this shit differently.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm kind of.
Mind over matter. That's all
I know,
can
but
say.
you know what though? I'm
Yeah.
very curious to see how I would react to some of these things.
I think you'd be chilling.
Oh no, I'm not saying like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna get paranoid, but in the same way, like I just recently started like drinking.
I was gonna ask you if you
yeah.
drink. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just recently started.
Mhm.
And
Are you
yeah,
a fan?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's fun. But no, it's just funny because now I'm already like a weird dude.
Yeah.
So now being drunk is like, I really am weird.
Right. Right.
And I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. It's freeing for sure.
That's
Yeah.
why sometimes I will be kicking it, and then sometimes he'll even bring up like, dude, why are you like this?
Yeah.
And then we just start talking about like, dude, imagine if I was high right now.
Yeah.
And then so. But see, that's why it never really interested me either, because it never. Even though I do like drinking,
Yeah.
it's just not. It's not like I have this desire to do it. It's
Sure.
not something that I ever looked at like, oh, I need this to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people always like say like, oh, if I was to get up on stage, I would like need a shot, and I understand that. But to me,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I've been doing this sober for so long. It's
Yeah.
nature to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
And
Yeah.
I still would never drink before a show. That's just because I treat it like a job. you
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
I don't even want to drink like after shows either, because I
Stay in
don't-
your element.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. For a long time, like I had to find that middle ground, like drink just enough to take the edge off and make me more sociable. You know what I mean? Because I'm actually somewhat an introvert that just kind of force myself to be extroverted.
Dude, I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same
And
way.
yeah, it's just but it is I do have to force it. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like it's
no.
important to force yourself to do shit.
In moderation.
And
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
honestly,
Safe.
before I was like one of those like straight edge dudes, like fuck you if you drink. And
Yeah.
that was how I was like in high school. And then
Okay.
as you start to like go out in the world, you start to realize that not everyone's the same.
You sure?
And then even like my brother, for instance, he's a pretty personable guy. He's a lively dude. He used to do like Twitch streams, and he would like take a shot beforehand.
yeah.
And I know he doesn't need it, but he just said, yeah, it just takes the edge off.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
one less thing to worry about.
Sure. Yeah.
So after just hearing all that kind of stuff, I was like, oh, maybe I should try it.
Right.
And now I'm crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And now I live in my car.
Now he's an alcoholic.
Yeah, right, right. All right, more questions. You guys good on time?
Dude, we're chilling.
Another 10 minutes, cool?
Bro, we got nowhere to be.
That's very true. Ain't shit open.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Fresh Prince or Martin?
Fresh
Fresh
Prince.
Prince.
Yo, man, we're all about to get in a jacuzzi and watch Fresh Prince because everyone always says Martin
But
and
can we
pools.
bring some ladies? out?
Martin is good though, man.
yeah.
Shit.
I'm,
Martin is good.
I
As long
just
as they
honestly,
stay 6 feet away.
I just
from
watch
me.
more Fresh Prince.
I never really watched Martin. Though.
You never got into that? Martin's funny as fuck, man. But I was into more Fresh Prince though too.
Do you like Bad Boys?
Bad Boys is my shit.
Yeah.
I fucking grew up on that, dude.
Did you watch the new one?
I was just gonna
I
ask
haven't
that.
seen that new one. I
That's
haven't. Is it?
Yeah, that's good.
I was gonna say that it's going.
I'm a
to date.
purist though. Like
I was gonna say we should go watch it, but the movie theaters are closed right now.
right.
Oh yeah.
Bitches. Oh, I've been so down.
You could probably get it on the internet, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'll do it when I get
But
home.
you need the experience though.
yeah, no,
I get that.
I'm definitely like I like to go to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a
Yeah.
bootleg
Oh, for sure.
motherfucker. I'll
Yeah.
bootleg shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, this fucking cheapo depot over here. I swear to God.
I mean, but like, if I'm really, really, really trying to see that, yeah, I'm gonna go to the movie theater.
I know.
Yeah,
Grover and I
Like-
we go see movies
like anime movies and
Yeah.
shit. I'll pay for that.
Yeah, yeah. And now it's weird because I grew up sneaking alcohol into the movie theater, but now you can
Word.
go and get alcohol, and so like I'm always sober at the movie theater.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't want to buy your alcohol. Your
Yeah.
alcohol is way more expensive than mine.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, you know what though? I'm a popcorn guy. I always eat popcorn.
Homie
Oh,
always gets
okay.
a big ass bucket.
You
eats
that
it,
dude?
and, like,
Yeah. You indulge.
I eat it.
love
I
it.
eat it during the trailers, and then I
It's
go get
gone.
refill.
It's gone. I'm like, wow, bro. Like, vacuum that bitch. He's a fiend for popcorn.
Yeah. Let's see. What's something you'd like to try but haven't yet?
Sex.
Okay. That's a good one. You're missing out, sir.
Something I'd like to try. I'd like to try buying a home one day.
Okay.
I wonder how that's like.
Tight.
I like to try traveling out of the country.
Okay.
I haven't been out
that's
the
true.
country.
That's dope. Anywhere in particular? If you could pick one place.
If I could pick one place off top, I think Japan would be tight.
Okay.
Like we were talking about that.
Yeah.
To see like the places and people and shit.
Do you all
Japan.
agree with that? Is that where you would go, Japan? Not for the band or anything, just like
Oh
to go
yeah,
see
I
it?
mean, I've already been twice.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But I actually was gonna go again this year.
yeah.
But then with the whole
This
coronavirus
whole
thing going
thing.
on, I was like advised not to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. What about you? Anywhere specific?
Japan would be nice. Not right now, but Italy, being that my father has been in Germany too.
Okay.
I have family in Germany that I'd like to see.
Yeah.
And then Vietnam as well, being that my mother's from there.
Yeah.
But you know,
I was actually supposed to go to Vietnam next month, but
Damn.
Yeah.
that sucks.
yeah, we'll make it over there eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
postponed.
Yeah, for sure. Would you rather, this is a weird one, would you rather live for one more year or the next 500 years?
One more year.
One. Okay.
500 years.
500.
Yo,
Shit,
bro.
I'm trying to see the
Oh,
future.
for real?
Hey, y'all can
You
do
know?
that. I'm trying to see the future, dog. I'm
Yeah.
trying to see us go to Mars.
Yeah.
Shit.
Could do a
Yeah,
lot in
okay.
500
Dude, do you
years.
know reincarnation, bro? Let's keep getting reincarnated.
Yeah, I'll get reincarnated another 500 years after that.
Yeah, but you're gonna be like you're gonna be 120 and
So
brittle.
wait,
as
that means
fuck,
we're living
dude.
forever, everybody, whether it's 500 if we're reincarnated. So it doesn't
Man,
matter.
like
No,
I said,
but then
I'm
I
trying
get
to
a
see
new
us go to
body.
Mars. No one cares
They
about
get a
that.
new body,
That's
new
fine.
mind, new experiences.
Yeah, that's a loaded question because like, does that
No,
mean
no,
I'm
no.
like old and dying for 500 years,
Well,
or am I
probably.
young and like?
That's a
know?
good question. I don't know. These are good things to
No,
think
you know
about.
what though? Honestly, for me, it's in the same way that I like my TV series. I don't typically like long things.
Yeah.
I want things to be concise, but like they have an ending. And
Yes.
then I'm solid. Because the worst thing is like you've probably been there where you're hanging out with somebody and it's like, yeah. So you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like damn,
Often.
500 years is a long ass time.
It's
Yeah.
still gonna end though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
but
you
I'm,
gotta make the best out of it. You know
No,
what
I
mean?
think
Enjoy
I'm
the
cool with
times
another
and the
year.
changes.
I'm cool with
I
that.
understand. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked about this before on this podcast, but there's a movie called The Green Mile. You guys familiar
yeah.
with
Oh,
that?
I've read that book, bro.
Oh, the
That
Stephen
shit is
King
good,
book. Yeah,
man.
okay, cool. At the end, when it's revealed that he's like 140 years old or whatever, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't read and or seen it, whoever he was telling it to was like, wow, that's impressive or whatever. And he's like, well, think about it. Everyone I've ever cared about whatsoever, I've had to say goodbye to them because they're all dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All my friends, my
Yeah.
children, my wife, everyone. And like, I saw that when I was young, probably like 13. I was like, fuck, that's definitely going to happen to me. I
Wait.
just feel like I'm never going to die.
Wait, sorry, I've never seen this movie, but is that dude like old as fuck?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Oh.
thought you'd seen it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I hadn't seen it. No, I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't like get pissed off. With spoilers.
Me neither. Yeah.
But so the guy's old then.
yeah. Real.
Oh,
old.
see, that's what I'm saying. If like the age thing is still a thing, then
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be 140.
Yeah. And
But
look
if
like
I
you're
was
140.
like, if I was like immortal,
Yeah.
there's another movie that was like that. I think like Ryan Gosling was in it or something.
Okay.
But anyway, like, or Bruce Willis was it? I can't remember. Anyway,
Unbreakable?
I can't remember.
Okay.
But anyway, so like
That's
this
a good
person's
one,
like
Yeah.
immortal, but they're basically the same age.
yeah.
Then I'd probably be okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm already all right with if you're gonna live that long,
Right.
then you'll probably be okay with saying bye to people.
yeah.
know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
That's true.
So that's not even really like an issue. Oh, it's like The Alchemist with Ed and El's dad, because he's immortal, right?
I think so.
It's
talking about the producer.
it's an anime.
It's been
Yeah.
a minute since
Oh, I
I've seen
got
that,
you.
bro.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Shit.
but I feel like I'd probably be okay with that. But
Okay.
if the aging thing was still a thing, I'm not trying to be 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like think about like 300 years later, they're gonna have some reverse aging technology, and you're gonna be looking like
300
40.
That's
years-
a real good.
Look,
that's a real good
bro.
You know
point.
what I'm saying?
That's a real good
Bro,
point.
I even think about it now. I'm like, dude, 5 years is a long time.
Fuck yeah, bro. It's,
5 years ago was a long time ago.
yes.
Yeah,
So-
we weren't even a band.
It's true. I was still in college.
Yeah.
Remember college?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Rain or sunshine?
Ooh.
Sunshine.
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 Yeah.
Come on. You can't surf in the rain.
That's true.
I mean, I'm already
Shouldn't.
a homebody, so rain is kind of chill.
I knew you were gonna say rain. I'm figuring all you out.
No, you know what? I was gonna say rain first because yesterday when it was pouring yesterday morning and I liked it, but then I thought like, okay, if it was like a daily thing,
If it was every day,
yeah, I do enjoy the rain though.
I like going out and getting some sun. It just makes me feel good.
Okay. One more morbid one, then I'll ask a nicer one.
Dude, only morbid questions.
Fuck it, man. That's easy.
Yeah.
What would be the worst way to die?
I think I hear being burned alive is actually one of the more painful things to go.
I heard it's not.
I love how you
No, I heard it's not because like at some point you lose all your nerve endings.
I've heard that as well. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've heard
I
that.
should look
But
that up.
I actually, crazy enough, I just thought about this the other day.
I hear drowning's
Did you ever watch Kill Bill?
Yes.
You know that scene where she gets like buried under in the casket?
That's
Oh,
my.
shit.
That's
That
my.
wouldn't be my way.
That's
That would be the
literally
worst way to
mine.
die.
Being buried alive is mine for sure.
One,
Oh,
I
shit.
hate tight spaces,
Yes.
and then also it's dead silent.
Oh.
And so you just, and I'm already alone by myself, and I just go down these rabbit holes of existential things. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, you're
and
still
then you're
alive.
just stuck.
But yeah.
Yeah. You can't sit up.
Yeah, and honestly, at some point, I'd probably
Chills.
break it and start doing the.
Yeah, for sure.
Dang,
When
yeah.
in that scene, I'm like, she knows there's a bunch of dirt on top of that, right? As soon
Yeah,
as you
but
break
yeah,
through the
yeah.
thing, dirt's coming in.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a movie,
fuck,
though,
you better
you know what I mean?
dig
So
quickly.
it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's cool. I like the sentiment.
Yeah, that's probably the worst.
That
way
would be
to
the
go.
worst way for me.
I agree.
How about you?
Shit. Either that or maybe drowning.
Drowning.
would be hella sketch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I hear when
You
you
gotta get real
when you
creative
die
with
of
that shit.
For sure.
hypothermia, there's like you get a moment of like warmth and like bliss and whatnot when you're about to die from like cold for some weird reason.
Oh.
So I hear it's like there's like a little bit of serotonin rush at the end or
Yeah.
something. So
Interesting.
but yeah, worst way, definitely buried alive.
Okay.
Oof,
Okay.
sucks.
So this is more for like, this is definitely like a rapper question, but feel free to chime in.
Dude, these guys rap.
Do you guys rap?
I freestyle, yeah.
You freestyle.
Terribly.
You know
okay.
you know how earlier
Put rhymes
you were,
together.
you were saying, oh, this is the part where we do this. He thought we were gonna freestyle.
Yeah,
this
I-
guy's
I-
trying to
bro.
rap more than I am.
He's always trying to
Y'all
rap.
could
No,
definitely
no,
freestyle.
I don't write though. I'm just like
Yeah. Okay.
But no, go ahead.
Who are your top 5 favorite rappers of all time? Not like who's best or whatever. Who are your favorites?
Dude, that's tough. I hate
hard.
answering this
Everyone
question.
hates that shit.
I hate
Everyone hates that shit.
Yeah, don't ask me.
Oh, you're just not gonna. That's fine. No
I
one's
like
ever
Black
passed that.
Thought.
I respect that.
Black Thought.
Black
for
Thought?
me.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
I
definitely.
got a favorite.
Black
yeah.
Thought would be one.
Freddie Gibbs, personally,
Okay.
I'm a really big fan of. I'm a really big fan.
Cool.
Q-Tip and Five Dog
Yeah.
got me into hip hop.
Tribe.
so.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if I had to pick my final and last one, Brian Earth. Fuck it.
I love it, man. I love it. Where can people find you? Where do you? What's the best way to start if they wanted to dive into Apollo Bebop?
Definitely what Pornhub, right?
Yeah.
Pornhub's
Pornhub.
a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
That's where you
Okay.
can
Cool.
We got a couple of AMVs up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
POV shots.
Yeah. It's funny though, because I know for me, I watch my porn and like muted.
Do
Oh,
you?
for real? Yeah, I watch
I
my
don't-
porn.
Yeah, because like there's other people living in the house. I don't want them.
Also, I don't like the guy like, oh, you know. What I mean?
Yeah, that's a little weird. Yes.
So, but in the off chance that someone's watching it with sound, we do have some AMVs up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can also find us on Spotify,
Yeah, right.
Spotify's
Pornhub.
a
Oh,
big-
right,
and also
right.
Spotify.
Napster,
Instagram,
LimeWire,
too.
Right.
MySpace.
LimeWire, Pirate Bay. We out
Pirate
there.
Bay.
Oh shit! I haven't saw
Kazaa.
the Pirate Bay in years, son.
Napster.
Wow.
Go torrent us, y'all.
Yeah.
Go fucking,
File share our stuff. you know?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you know, usual shit. Spotify. I was about to say LimeWire, good. But I think we're on Tidal, Apple Music.
Yeah. All the places.
Yeah, all the streaming
Cool,
services.
man.
Find us
Yeah.
at Apollo Bebop. That's Apollo like the Greek god, Bebop like jazz. People tend to ask,
How do you spell that?
what is APOLLOBEBOP?
That was the tightest thing that's ever happened on the show.
Yeah, you gotta lie to us now, bro.
No, I'm saying, I was like, what's happening right now? Just go with it. Just go with it.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
a little
tight.
catchphrase.
Yo, that was so tight. I appreciate you guys coming out and
Thanks for
just
having
dealing
us,
with
man. I
this,
appreciate you.
being all squished together. You
That's
know,
all good.
especially in the times when we're not even supposed to talk
Oh
to
yeah,
each
that's
other.
the
You know
usual
what I mean?
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we gonna go down.
bro.
If we gonna go down, we gonna go down together.
That's
how we do
literally
it.
how me
that's
and my
how we
friends
roll
are
as a
too.
band.
I just
Yeah.
know people I'd rather die with than my best friends. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, do me one favor. I have everyone say it. Say the devil is a motherfucking lie.
The devil is a motherfucking lie.
I recant. That was the dopest thing that's ever happened on this show. Thank you guys again, man, for being here. I appreciate you guys very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with a friend or six if you think they'll enjoy it as well. You can find this podcast on all major platforms. That's iTunes, Stitcher, Google Music, Spotify. You know how this works. So go ahead and find it on your preferred platform. Subscribe, share, leave a 5-star rating, all the podcast things, and do so knowing that it is very much appreciated. This podcast is filmed and recorded at Playmaker Studio right here in Los Angeles, California. You can find more at onthewaydown.net and follow this podcast on Instagram at OTWD Podcast. Thank you to Illuminidal, and thank you for watching. The devil is a motherfucking lie.